without ever imagining that it'll ever come to an end. Now you can probably, I mean, I can see it. It's not too far away.
The news about KL Rahul taking retirement was doing the rounds recently, but that turned out to be fake. We here at Sports Day told you about it. But what we managed to get to know is what his plans are as far as life after retirement is concerned. Still no news as to when that call will be taken. He's still just 32. He's got some years in him. But KL Rahul featured on a podcast featuring Kriti Sanon, there was rapper Badshah as well, and this was a podcast that was hosted by Nikhil Kamath, somebody who you would know very well for his podcast show that he does with entrepreneurs, people from different walks of life, and that's where KL Rahul, the Indian cricketer, opened up about what his plans are going forward after retirement. He sees there being a change in his earnings, and that's how he's planned his future as well. We'll tell you about that and how is it that COVID really played a part in KL Rahul having a new decision being taken as far as his funds are concerned. We'll tell you about that as well. But first, he talks about what it is to be an athlete and how is it that the years that one has from whatever fame, popularity that you get, it is a very short duration that you have, and it is in this duration that you need to maximize things. He talks about there being a fear of realization that the shelf life is really small, that of an athlete, and you need to make the most of it within the time frame that you have. However, for the very first time, KL Rahul, while he realizes, and that's true for not just cricketers but all athletes, there was anxiety in the life of KL Rahul that he had to deal with, something that we've seen sports persons talk about much more freely now. KL Rahul being added to the list now, and he's opened up upon the time that he felt certain anxiety, and it came very close to his 30th birthday. Let me tell you about that now. He says that some weird thing happened on my 30th birthday. I could have seen 10 more years to play cricket, and that gave me anxiety, and that is the first time I felt like this comes to an end at some point. So just about 2 years back is when he began to realize that the shelf life is limited, there's only so much time that he has, and that he needs and that there was some sort of anxiety that he was facing as a cricketer. Albeit there were other troubles as well on the field, that KL Rahul fitness issues were he was being bogged down by fitness troubles as well. We all know what the last 18 months have been like for him. But here it is, plan after retirement. While he was able to process all those things, he was then pushed to a situation where he had to be realistic about life and plan his retirement, and he's already started to do that. Let me tell you about his retirement plans now. While many cricketers think of having businesses, some think of them getting into coaching roles. In KL Rahul's case, maybe there's going to be some disassociation from cricket as things stand, because he's talked about how he is setting up businesses as part of his post-retirement plan. He says that he started thinking about businesses and investing his money, right? I know there will be a huge dip in the amount that I'll earn after I retire. COVID gave me the time to sit and research how I can invest my money. He also says that he was indeed lucky to be surrounded by people around that time, COVID, the time that it happened, that he managed to touch base with the right people. He made the right friends as well, who are now helping him set up a few things, which is what he tells us over here. He says that he is trying to set up a few things before he retires, so that when that retirement decision is made, the transition from being an athlete to doing something of his own, that to his business, will be smooth, and that will make him happier than not knowing when the situation arrives as to what he has to do, which is quite often the case with a few athletes. But KL Rahul just being prepared, and he is already starting investing in his money in and channelizing his funds in a way that takes care of him and his family in the future. So businesses, startups, that's where KL Rahul is looking at, and he looks forward to doing something of his own whenever that he takes the decision to retire.